Fine on the Inside was curated to switch the narrative, to show that it's never too late to shift your mindset, heal your heart, and live the life that you truly desire. Sis, you are magic. You just haven't discovered it yet. But in order to get to the goal, you have to do a little bit of digging, getting through all the hard stuff to allow your true self to shine. Because yes, you are beautiful. But how is your soul really feeling? Are you fine on the inside? Hey y'all, welcome back to Fine on the Inside. This is your girl Jazz, and today I am here with the guy behind the scenes, Charlie.
Yo,
Hey
I'm
Charlie.
excited.
All
I am.
right. Y'all, this is my videographer. He is the guy behind the scenes. He edits, he does all the stuff with the podcast. So I'm hyped to have him on.
A little something, something.
Yeah. And it's crazy because we be having conversations like behind the scenes. So I'm always like, damn, like you gotta be on the podcast. So you finally on. So I'm hyped.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm ready to get deep real
Yeah,
quick.
right. So we always start off with like the little icebreakers. So I got well before that, can you just introduce yourself, like tell people what you do and everything?
So my name is Charlie. I go by King Wavy as well. Um, Actor, videographer, photographer, a little bit of everything. You know, street guru. So like just a little bit of everything.
Right. And you really are somebody like I admire a lot. I feel like you always like pushing people to their limits. You always like talking your shit
I
and making
appreciate that.
everybody really like show up 100%. So I really admire you for all that. So one of the icebreakers I got is, would you rather fail at something big but learn a life changing lesson, or succeed at something easy but gain nothing from it?
I would say fell, and the crazy thing is, so like for example, when I was doing auditions, when I was filming for auditions for films, I realized that I kept like I wanted to fail for some reason. It's like, oh, I don't want these gigs so easy
Mm-hmm.
because I want to make sure I'm learning what I need to learn and make sure I know what I need to know. Because sometimes when we keep getting the easy pass, that's like in the beginning, like when I started editing for people or shooting for people, I didn't want people to say, yo, it's hot because it's me. No, like really let me
Yeah.
know so I can really know what I need to work on. And that's why I feel like I'm so tough on people as well as myself because it's like, bro, like we could definitely do better. So I feel like I would rather fail and learn something rather than just grab it, get it easy.
Right. So like I just have like a question, like how did you grow up? Because I feel like you're still pretty young, but like your mindset I feel like is kind of like above your age.
A lot of people say that.
Like was your parents like a certain way or?
So I grew up with both of my parents. Um, on and off with them too.
Mm-hmm.
But like my dad was always there and I always had, the best of both worlds I can say. Um, far as my mindset, it's probably became new. This was like a 5 year process, I can say.
Yeah.
Um, I was I was in a bad relationship. And what happened was is like I lost myself for a second after the relationship ended and everything. And not only that, once I really and then I end up hopping back into another relationship. And through that time, through my second relationship, it was me really taking time and really wanting to invest in myself.
Yeah.
So it's like I always was the type of I was toxic. I was always the type of person who always made it seem like he knew the answers, even though I
Right.
didn't. Like even though I knew I'm wrong, I'm still going to like argue with you down. So it's
Right.
like yo, instead of acting like it, I really just took that time into really investing. Like I started reading and I started doing a lot of self development books to the point where, and it started getting interesting where I started learning myself in the book. Like a lot of us, we shy away or we throw a face on it. So when you
Yeah.
really start taking it in, like you see a chapter that you realize like, yo, this is me.
Right.
Once I started recognizing that, I really just started locking in and I wanted to better myself. And then not only that, it was my community at the time. Like I tell people, we got friends that we choose and we got friends that was chosen for us. I was surrounded around people who I came up with. Like I didn't
Right.
have no choice. They
Yeah.
was always there. And
Right.
there was certain things I wanted to do that they just weren't on.
Right.
And
I
it's like
feel
I'm
that.
having these
Yeah.
conversations. Like I see the vision, I see what I want to do. And one day I just took the risk. And it's crazy because I was just working out, and then by me working out, I ended up locking in with Kareem, and then we end up just start developing this community. And then on top of that, once we all started opening up to each other and things like that, it just like opened another mindset.
Like a
Like,
new level.
yeah, so it's like I'm starting to see things differently. Even having certain conversations, like conversations that would have been hard for me to have, I'm able to have now.
Yeah.
So when I go through these things and then I go back to my other friends and I still see them doing the shit I used to do, it's like, bro, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
And then you can see it like, damn, like I used to be on this level. Like,
Exactly. So I mean, it depends. Like, and also it depends who you hear it from. Like, sometimes it's not their time yet, or
yeah.
it's just time. You gotta go through shit.
I think that is true about like sometimes it's not people's time and it's like different friends for different seasons, you know what
Right.
I mean? But like you got to evaluate like where you are and where you want to be at like at this moment because it's like if you keep surrounding yourself with the same friends who are always doing the same thing, that's where you're going to stay at. And it's like you got to push yourself to be around new people and do new things.
Right.
Like I was saying like when I started like being around y'all and everything, like I started being like, "Dang, like I can push myself even more like seeing y'all like working out and everything and doing all the stuff y'all do, I'm like, damn, I want to show up for myself. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just like it's motivating. And then like we all like in the entrepreneurial space and it's like that's really motivated. We can share ideas with each other. It's not like no hate and shit, like, oh, let me not tell them this or let me not tell them that. It's like we can talk about it and then we could get ideas from each other, help each other and all that. So
And that's what I want. Like, even now, I'm struggling with. I don't want to call it like an idol role, but I'm struggling right now with teaching, I guess. Like, a lot of people be like, "Yo, I feel like you should teach this person this," and it's like I felt like I had my share at one point of putting people on and teaching people, and it's like, bro, I'm not benefiting from this.
yeah.
I'm not, and it's like that's what I'm going through now. And then especially like I even considered doing it again. It wasn't even like purposely teachers. Like somebody really wanted to learn. Like they came to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, all right, cool. And it was like once personal shit started hitting, they started
Yeah.
losing interest, and it's like, bro, like what
You're
am I?
putting all your energy
Yeah,
into
like
it.
I shouldn't be pushing you more than you pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it should play, both parts. So that's right now what I'm really going through right now. But a lot of things that I'm actually focusing on doing is just independently work, like independent work. Like far as I used to be like, yo, I need a team to do this or I need this. Now I'm just doing it myself. And
Right.
then if the team comes, like a lot of stuff coming my way so far.
Right. Yeah.
So we just seeing how the year playing out for us.
It's
That's it.
it's crazy how you said about the teaching thing because lately I've been like taking a step back from like doing so much. You know, like in this space, I'm trying to create a space where I can show people like how I healed or how I leveled up or whatever
Right.
and so forth. But also understand that like it's not my responsibility to like shove this in anybody's face. Like the people who want the information, I will share it with them.
Right.
But also, I be having stuff going on too. I be having real life stuff going on. It's like trying to have the podcast and a nonprofit and be a mom and all these things. It gets overwhelming sometimes. So I was telling myself like I'm gonna take a step back from like maybe some events or some of the busy work that I'm doing because just because you busy it don't mean that you doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like figure out what we really want to do,
Mm-hmm.
like lock in, make that our priority. And then I'm reading this book called The 12-Week Year, and they tell you how to like, focus on like a couple big goals or like goals that you really want to do within like the 12 weeks. And then lock in with that, complete that, or at least try to complete it, and then go on to the next thing. But it's like we don't have to do everything all at once. We get overwhelmed, and it's like, are you really putting your all into it? Like you
Right.
can't.
And now that you say that, like now as far as books, like the book that really had me locked in, like my favorite book of all times is the 48 Laws of Power. That's my book. That really opened my eyes. But the one that really changed me, far as me pushing myself and others, was The Way of the Superior Man. That's
I keep hearing about that book. Yeah.
it's like the whole book is about purpose. Like man should always have purpose, and then whatever your purpose is, it should come before family or anything first, because that can guide
The family and
it
everything.
can guide it can guide the way as long as you know where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you
Yeah.
focus on, because there's a lot of people, we do stuff for people we do stuff for people. Like I was having this conversation with my girl too. Like I'd be like, yo, you trying to be there for so many people, and it's like, what you want to feel credited? Like, what do you get out of this? What do you get out of helping this person or getting, not saying that we should always expect things in return, but it's like,
Yeah.
bro, if you continually doing this shit, it's like you not benefiting from this.
Yeah, you gotta make sure like you good too.
So like I tell people, yo, like focus on yourself. Like, and I was that type of person. And like I was the type of person who couldn't say no. Like
Yeah, me too.
a friend would call me, I jump. Like even if I know I had something to do, or if I got a meeting in the morning, or I got work in the morning, it's like I used to jump. And then once I really started saying no, it started showing me people true colors, which I love.
Yeah.
And it honestly just gave me peace, knowing that I'm not obligated to do anything for
Right.
anyone. So I just lock in on myself. Even my mom, like I tell my mom be coming at me sometimes, but I be telling her like the stuff that I know now, and I be trying to put her on game. She be like, yo, like you don't be like that. Like I'm like, fuck all that. Like if it's not benefiting me, if it's not
Right.
serving me, I'm not doing it. Even like her
Yeah.
mom, like my grandma, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck if that's my grandma. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like, but like, I be like, I
my
said,
grannies.
yeah, like I gotta focus on me. Like, but yeah, like that's why I tell people just lock in and focus on yourself, and it will open up so many doors.
Yeah. I feel like that's important. Like a lot of times we get like so caught up with trying to like please people or do this or trying to act like we are this certain type of person. But like we go
Right.
against ourselves when we do that. It's like we can't honor everybody if we're not honoring ourselves. So it's like we
Exactly.
gotta really like focus. Like, yeah, all right, like a lot of us really I feel like be like empaths though. Like we be feeling bad if we don't, but we just gotta understand like you don't have to feel bad
Right.
for not being able to show up for somebody.
Right. Exactly. I get that.
Yeah. So I feel like you're always somebody like, who's like pushing people like past their limits or you always pushing to the next level. Like how do you do that? Like is there like a little routine you do or like something that you tell yourself every day or you just be like, fuck it.
So, it was a quote that I don't know if it was an interview or something I was watching from Will Smith. That's my guy. I always call him like my fake dad and shit. And he said he said something that really stood out. He was like, "Yo, like if I'm racing with somebody on a treadmill, I would die before I let him outrun me." And it was like, yo, when he said that, I really started locking in like anything possible. I was in the beginning before I started doing everything I'm doing now. This was during COVID. Then you had the breakup on top of that and everything. That shit happened fast. I was like drinking a lot. I was partying out. I was like it was to the point I'd be sitting here and it sounded like I'm asleep. Like that's how big I was. I was 240 pounds. And once I started locking in, so my friend, he was in the fitness first. He was doing it and whatever. He was like, yo, start coming to the gym with me. I did some dumb shit where I lost my hearing temporarily. I'm like, yo, if God give me my hearing back, I'm gonna lock in with you. And from then, once I started seeing them results, just breaking out of that laziness, once I
Yeah.
just started seeing them results, I'm like, bro, anything is possible.
It
We
is.
say we want to do this, we say we want to do that, but yet we scared to take the leap. So I was talking about acting, bro. I end up going to my first audition. Like I was nervous. I was. I went to my first audition. Like I'm about to just do it. I took the risk and went. It's the thing about this career path that I'm in is like iffy. Like if you really don't know the industry, is like it could be iffy. Like right now, I'm even dealing with debt because I took a risk to go to New York to do a
Yeah.
modeling issue. It was like a modeling photo shoot that was supposed to help me, and then they trying to charge me $4,000 for this shit. Like, but I'm glad I did it because I'm learning. Like I'd rather take a risk like that and deal with the impact than not doing it at all. Or it's always like I remember I'd be like catching an Uber or something, and I was talking to the Uber driver, and the guy was like, "Yo, like, what you interested in?" I'm telling him like, "Yeah, I'm in acting." He like, "Yo, what's Plan B if this shit don't work out?" I'm like, "It's not no Plan B."
Yeah,
Like,
right.
and that's what we always thinking. We always like, "Yo, we gotta do this," and like one of my friends told me because I even though I do a lot, it's like I still want to master one because they always say like a master of all trades is a master of none.
Yeah.
So I really want to really focus like this year. I'm doing it. I'm doing videography and whatever the case may be as a side business, but acting is really
Yeah.
is up for me from there. So that's what I really want to do. And like I said, last year I only did 2 projects, so I really want to go all out this year.
Yeah. It's funny that you said like a master of all
All
trades
trades.
is a master of none because it's so random. But I would say I want to learn how to do day trading. But I'm
I think
like,
I did see you post that.
yeah, I want to learn because I just feel like right now a lot of people are talking about like how money is like really like it's crucial to like invest and stuff like that. And I feel like that's like it just seems interesting. But I'm like, girl, how you gonna try to start learning how to day trade and then do the podcast and do all this stuff?
But
So
it's like, and
I'm
that's what I mean by push yourself. It's possible. Like, just
yeah,
manage it. Like, and if you are going to do it, you got to be truthful to yourself in
yeah.
order to do it. Like, I hate when I'm having conversations with people and they make it seem like they got motion going on, and it's like, bro, I'm with you. You don't got
Right, you're
nothing
not
going
really
on.
doing nothing.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's like, yo, really,
really
just
do
see,
it. Yeah.
step outside your comfort zone and make it happen. Like, I'm not in it all the way, but one of my friends, he do day trading. He be
Okay.
putting me on a lot of stuff. Like right now, he had me fucked up one day. We was talking about we was talking about something. I'm like, bro, you keep talking about all this saving up money shit. You need to be investing it. He like, nigga, is you investing? I end up pulling up my fucking crypto. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
I've been putting
right.
some money into some stocks, but I'm still doing my research on it because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we weren't taught the real fundamentals of money. Like we
Oh
was
my
always taught
God.
how to
I was just
work
saying
for it
that.
instead of
Yeah.
how making it how to work for us. And one book that opened my eyes that I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and
Mm,
that really taught me the quality of money.
yeah.
Like I read it like a minute ago, so I don't really remember too much about it. But it was basically saying how he was saying like, yo, for us, the poor people, technically, we don't create any assets. We got a lot of
Yeah. Like liabilities.
liabilities.
Yeah.
A lot of liabilities. Like we got a car note. Like what's paying for this car note? We rely
Right.
everything on this one job, and that's when I really wanted to start locking in. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something where, like, eventually, I want to do something to the point where I'm making money. It's just making money on its own. I don't need to do
Exactly.
nothing.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just coming up with a plan for that. And I felt like when it comes to videography and everything, I feel like that can be a way for me to do so. Like,
Hmm.
cause I enjoy doing it. The only
Yeah.
thing I don't like is so they always like when we started this career path, they always say like you're going to have to do free work, and I didn't mind doing free work, but now they come to a point like, all right, bro, you like my shit, it's time to
Right.
start paying. Like,
Yeah.
don't try to do that we cool shit, all
Right.
that, and even this year, like I was really locking in myself, like, yo, I did a lot of people favors. It's like y'all
Yeah.
know where I'm getting at, like I
Yeah.
need this to pay something, like
Right.
fucking. So it's like yeah, that's
But
why.
you like showed your skill. It's crazy because I do like graphics and like I was like that before. Like when I first started, I would like do like free flyers or I would do like super cheap or I would like say like somebody like tag somebody like oh who do graphics.
Right.
I would like say like me, but now like I'm not hitting nobody up. Like you know what I mean? Like it's something I just do on the side, but it's like no, like I feel like I put in enough like free work and all that, and
Right.
I kind of like show people like, okay, this is what I can give you, blah blah blah. It's like if you don't want to pay for it, if you don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. Like,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
And now, even now, and I'm going into the director path right now.
hmm
So not saying that I'm not, because I am. Like, I want to start testing out my skills on my own scripts. That I want to
yeah,
start learning how to write my own scripts, because I got a couple of things that I got cooking up right now that I really want to do. And even now, like me vlogging, I was like, yo, like I was sitting there trying to find something that can help me stand out a little bit. And so what I started doing is I started making my vlogs look like short films. So now when I'm
yeah,
narrating I'm narrating my videos now, and not only that, I want to bring meaning to it.
yeah,
Like, a lot of people, we all go through the same shit, but a lot of us don't speak on it, or we just assume
yeah,
one person doing better than the other. So I want to really bring that into my films. So
yeah,
that's what I'm really focusing on and locking in now.
yeah. I think that would be dope. And the vlog so far is fire. So
I appreciate
I
it.
think all that's gonna take off. And it's crazy how we were saying earlier, like you know. Like you said, you do like videography on the side. Like I feel like with the podcast, I feel like this is really like my passion. Or even like with the nonprofit, like I'm supposed to be like speaking, like using my experience to help people heal and all that stuff. But then there are like, you know, like my graphics and the thing like day trading. Those are the things like I'm interested in that I want to do. But just like remembering, like if you're gonna do it, like just lock in and just maybe just set that time, like all right, an hour. in the morning for trading, and
Right.
then planning out the pod, doing the reels and all this. But it do become a lot
And then you
sometimes.
gotta ask yourself also, is this something you really want to do?
Right.
Or is this something you just want to do to make money?
Right.
That's where you really got,
Yeah.
like, even like my girl, she wanna she decorate parties or whatever. And it's like, yo, do you genuinely enjoy this, or you just doing it just to have something to make money?
Right.
Because I should see you consistently doing it, even if you're
Yeah.
not making money. Like with me, if I'm not shooting for somebody, I'm making videos for myself.
Yeah.
I can practice with that. It's somewhere around it where I'm really practicing. Like I'm
Yeah.
whether I want to shoot something. So now, like, I'm trying to incorporate, because I get, like, I shoot a lot of fitness events, and where we live, like Philly and all, like fitness not really big here. And I was just saying, like, I was about to stop. I'm like, but at the end of the day, these paying customers.
Yeah.
So if they want it done, I do it. But it's like, it's not big here. So I'm not really looking for too many fitness people unless they reach out. If y'all reach
Right.
out, y'all need
Yeah.
something shot, I'll shoot it. But that's not where I think I want to focus on right now. I think right now I'm thinking about doing like commercial work. So even now, like, I want to start making my shit look like
Yeah.
that. And hopefully companies, I can shoot it out to companies and they can reach out. Like, that's what I really
Yeah.
want to.
And like what you start to do, like that comes to you. So it's like, all right, you want to branch out from fitness, you want to do like commercial work. So you start doing commercial work, and that commercial work is going to come to you. So
Exactly.
it's
So
like,
that's the goal.
yeah, it's going to be lit. So how do you like deal with like setbacks?
Um, it depends. I don't throw like a tantrum or anything. Um, I take it to the chin, like, and it really depends. Like, I really take it to the chin, like, all right, now I know what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Or like, I gotta come up with a plan so this shit won't happen again.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm trying to think of the time I really had one of them. It's been so long. For example, I never been fit before. Like, I'm starting to really like lock in, like where like my abs and everything was showing and all that. So now I'm on this new process where I gotta gain. I'm not used to it because now my body, like my abs disappearing and all that shit. And I was getting depressed. It's like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna just trust the process and I'm gonna really just lock in on it. And that's where it's really at. Like, even the time where like for my job, and that's where I really wanted to start pouring into myself and not too much on work. Like, we rely on work and it's just lazy.
Yeah.
Not like a lot of motherfuckers like, oh, we ain't got no choice. It's like you do, but it's like, this is what's fast right now. Like,
right.
and one thing I never respected about my friends, I hope they see this. I never respected about none of my friends is they don't encourage you in the right way. Now, they look out, but they don't know what type of mindset I got. And this is how I knew where both of my friend categories, that really shows a difference.
Yeah.
If I was sitting there going through some money issues, like I got suspended from my job, it's like, yo, I really need to lock in. Like, I need to bring some money.
Right.
They'd be like, bro, fill out for another job. Nigga, I don't like the job I'm in
Right.
now. What makes you think I want to go get a second job of
Right.
doing something I don't want to do, rather than say some shit like, all right, well, you need to start locking in on your videography if you
Yeah.
want to do that, or you know what I'm saying, like shit like that, rather than we do something that's just so comfortable. And that's what I did, and that's the conversation I had to. I even was breaking down to my mom, because like I almost made a lot of like big career choices. And my mom always like be trying to put me on certain jobs. Like, yo, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, even the job I'm doing is easy.
Right.
I damn near control my own hours, my time, so I'm able to move around and still do what I want to do, rather than just sit there at a 9 to 5. And it's like, what do you gain from that?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, that's why I'm really trying to, lock in on what I need to. But, and like I said, that's where it really weighs out. Like, I even try, and that's where I want them to. I be wanting them. Like, I tried to bring them around a couple of times. It's like, teachers on this, what they like and what they doing. It's like, I'm trying to put y'all on game. They be like, yo, you got old ass friends. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yo, but they be knowing some shit.
Right.
Like, even though I quote myself, like, I used to hate like when old people stop me and have lectures, and it's like, now I'd be just sitting there listening. Like, somebody stopped me in the mall and he was having a deep ass conversation with me, and I'm just like really listening. It's like, well, yo, we need that.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to be the type of person that be like, yo, at this age, I had to learn this at this age. That's why I made sure I wanted to be so emotionally intelligent and so maturely now. So can't imagine what I'm gonna be at fucking 36 or up there.
Right.
Like where would I be?
Right.
So I'd rather go through everything now.
Yeah. Going back to like setbacks when you said like looking at like your fitness and stuff, it's really like slow progress is better than like no progress. Like even like us with the podcast, like
Right.
this is really like my passion. So it's like some days, it'd be like, damn, like the views sometimes be a little slow or whatever. But I just be having to remind myself like this is gonna take off. You know what I mean? And this is like the meaning of this is for me to share my story or for us to share our experiences, whatever it is. Like that's like the big point of it. Like once we continue to follow through with that, like it's gonna come through. But just reminding myself that like we can't give up. Like we just in the beginning
And
stages. So.
and I'm glad you said that because I lately I've been fighting with that shit every day, and even like now, like it's like we be wanting it so fast, but I be having to question my circle sometimes. It's like y'all know where I'm trying to be at. Where's the support at? Not only
Yeah.
that, and it's not like okay, I'm demanding it, but it's like don't say like for example, oh I seen your video that was fire, nigga. Why you didn't like it?
Right.
Like that's the shit I'm paying attention to. Like
Yeah.
and then like even now like I be one of my homies. I was having this discussion with him. Now he's starting to imitate what I do.
Mhm.
I don't like that. So it's like because I work so hard
Yeah.
to stand out. Like that's what I'm trying to do now. We in the same field together, so I get it. So when it came to the beginning stages, we was doing the same thing, and I'm like, all right, I need to do something where I'm standing out, so it won't look like we impacted together.
Yeah.
And I heard celebrities doing with that, like even Keenan and Kel. Like Keenan got tired of getting like being with this
Oh
nigga.
wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So he started doing his own thing, and it's like, yo, I don't want to be like that. So when I really start locking in and doing like, yo, I'm really brainstorming, like I'm writing notes. What can be better? What can I change? What can I write about? What can inspire and really motivate people to get up and do things?
Yeah.
So when I do that, all that work, and it's like, then I see you fucking imitating it, but
Yeah.
yet, nigga, you not watching it, or you
Oh
watching
yeah.
it, but you're not showing love to it. You're not sharing it or liking it. So I got to keep that in mind to like tell myself to just keep pushing, like keep going, like. And then somebody said to me, like, I went to a circuit, and it was like, yo, we be like, yo, our picture only got 50 likes. Just imagine if you had a party and you had 50 people that had
Yeah.
showed up to your birthday. It's like that's
Yeah.
special. So I really started
Right.
taking that in and really start being grateful for the things I do have.
Right.
So
And it's like your sauce is really like your sauce. Like y'all might have like the same software and y'all might be doing around the same thing, but it's like something about like your swag, like what you bring, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people got a podcast, you know what I mean? But there's something that we bring that maybe not somebody else brings. So like
exactly.
just remembering that like everybody always gonna be doing like what we doing.
Right.
But just like remember like we really are like one of one.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
period. You still
Exactly.
like can't fuck with me.
Right.
But it is hard sometimes though, especially like if it is somebody close to you because it's like we can it's better if we come together, but it's like, you know, let's help each other. But it's like we don't always have to do like the same like exact thing. Like don't just
Exactly.
like steal
Like
my
even like there's a couple of video people or people that's getting to video or whatever that I'm cool with. And it's like I would still want you to look out. Like,
yeah.
for example, if it's something that I know you're doing that you're great at, like for example, your graphic design. I can do it, but that's not my thing. So I
Right.
would pass them to you.
Right.
Same with nutrition. Like if it comes to nutrition, I can really create a
Yeah.
formula, but no, I'm gonna throw them down to Odessa. Like that's
Right.
just how I rock.
Yeah.
I
That's how it should be for real, for
Yeah,
real.
and I
Yeah.
feel like everybody be out for themselves. So when I see certain shit, my old self come out a little bit, and I caught it a couple of times
Your
where I
toxic
really,
self.
yeah, it's like I really be like, I don't know what it be. Like it's like I see certain shit. I'm like, I know I'm not the fuck tripping. Like I be like really going in, but I be having to chill. I be like, no, like it's not that serious. Like it's cool, and I be fucking in my head thinking this shit like power, like the video game, like power, like or
Right.
like Snowfall or some shit. Like I be drawing like these niggas not about to come and take my shit, like shit
Right.
that. But I really just started chilling. Like I'm like, yo, like just make sure, like the goal that I set for myself every day is make sure you really lock in on this craft to the point where nobody can even imitate the shit. So
Yeah.
that's what I just been really focused on, the creative side, rather than doing what the next nigga doing or doing what's trending or cool. I really want to
Yeah.
set the tone.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how you gonna win because the trends are always changing. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you set your own tone, that can't be like taken away from you. So
Exactly.
it's like people still gonna fuck with your shit either way.
Exactly. So I'm taking that in.
Period. Okay. So did we already say what are some like of your daily habits that you like use for success?
No. This year I actually made a video about this. This year was a little rocky for me because I felt like I did drop a video. What the fuck was it? Was like my new I forgot what I called the video, but I dropped like a little short joint of this. So basically, when the new year started, everybody instantly reprogrammed. New year, new me,
Yeah.
and they whether people last or they don't, they. I was having a struggle because I was still dealing with shit from in business from last year.
Yeah.
So I'm still, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still having problems reprogramming. Like now, like the goal is to finish this book so I can finish. I got like, and I stop. I end up not punishing myself, but end up setting boundaries to where I stopped going in the stores and buying books until I finish the ones I got.
I had to do that before too because
So,
I used to do that. Yeah.
so now it's like I got books that I'm trying to read, but I got to finish this one book, and I just haven't had a chance to read it. Like I got a app on my phone. It's called Structure, and it helps me structure my whole entire day.
Okay.
And I get so busy to the point where I'm not even following a damn structured thing. Like I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
in the gym at a certain time. So lately I've been working out with new people in the gym. So we get in the gym probably about 7 o'clock, and then we probably get done probably around like 9, 10. About 11, I at least around like 10:30 or 11 o'clock, I went and had breakfast, and I should be reading a book. I haven't been getting to that yet, and it's like,
Okay.
especially when I'm booked up with work, and that's the thing about doing things for free that I'm realizing I don't want to do it. Like
Yeah.
it was starting to take the passion out of things because I'm doing so much shit for free. When I look up, I got fucking 5 projects I gotta edit.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it's beneficial to me, like for example, like my homie Dean, I shoot for him anytime he need me because he's in a different field that I can really.
Yeah, you're learning and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like
Yeah.
he got his own restaurant. So
Oh,
I'm like,
nice.
bro, anytime you need me, call me, da da da. That's cool. And then it's like I got these fitness people, they want fitness videos or anything all the time. And then there's like a cheat code that we didn't realize like a video promotes ticket sales rather than just a
Yeah.
flyer. So everybody wants a video, or everybody throws at any little thing they feel like a video is needed.
Right.
And it's like y'all throwing me all this shit, and then I gotta come back and edit this shit. And
Right.
that's where the price really matters because I gotta come back and edit this
Time,
shit.
yeah.
Like, and it takes so long, especially when you want it hype and all that and all that. It's more than just fucking cap cut and you just cutting and just putting these little effects and shit. It's a lot
you really
you gotta
putting
do.
in work.
Yeah, so it came to a point where it's like, damn, I don't even want to do this no more. Like it's not fun, and it's not that. It's just that I'm not receiving the residuals
Yeah.
to update my equipment and to make
Right.
life a little easier. Like I'm doing this shit y'all benefiting it. I ain't doing that from
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of shit that I was doing is like we all got the same friends. So it's like now that we
Right.
got the same friends, your posts don't even matter no more because we got
Right.
the same friends. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just that's what I'm learning now, and I'm locking in on it.
Yeah. So you think the structure app? Are you gonna try to like get back to it?
Yes,
Yeah.
and actually abide by that time because
Yeah.
when it go over, it'd be like fucking now my whole day fucked up. But I just gotta know how to. I gotta really discipline myself on doing what I'm set to do. Especially if I had like a good workout, for example, and we like, yo, we going out to eat, or we going out to eat. It's like, fuck, I was supposed to do at 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. So yeah.
That's funny because like I do that. Like I'll have like a certain plan planned out. Like all right, I'm gonna do this, and this, and then like I get to work in the morning. I like might try to like record a video, post it or whatever. But then it's like, oh yeah, I probably should like look into this or do this or do that. And then by the end of the day, sometimes I just did a whole bunch of shit and I ain't really get nothing done. And then it's like,
Exactly.
no, you need to stick to the plan. And that's why I feel like this 12, you should really read that book, the 12-week year. It like really just helps you like break things down. And because you're pushing it to like a shorter like time frame, you're really like moving like with urgency and you're kind of just being like more intentional and deliberate about like what you're actually doing rather than just like all right, a bunch of shit.
Right.
But going back to what you said about just doing so much stuff for free, it's like not only like is your time your time, like your mental, like you're getting tired, and then it's like literally you're not getting anything from this. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like your skills developing, but it's like like all right, I need something too, and that's why sometimes like we do have to be selfish and say like okay, I
Right.
can't do everything because next thing you know, now we're not doing our passion. We not doing what we supposed to do. We like
Exactly.
forgetting, like we like damn, like I'll wait for that. But it's like y'all stuff is coming, like y'all good. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, we definitely gotta be selfish
And one thing
sometimes.
that I even noticed, crazy, I didn't even know I intentionally did this shit till it was done. I created my vision board for this year, and videography wasn't on there.
Well,
Yeah, it wasn't. Like it's
maybe
just
that's a sign.
yeah, it was just a lot of scripts, movie roles, things like that, Netflix, Hulu, shit like that.
Right.
It wasn't compared to my 2024 one, like my 2024 one. I travel, money, of course. Um, it was still acting on there, but videography, make sure I get content, build relationships, and I did all
You
that.
did that, yeah.
So now this is really time to I want to lock in on this.
And then like understand our seasons. Like maybe like last year was like your season for videography, all that. This is your season for acting and all that. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
you don't always have to do the same thing every year.
that's
You know
true.
what I mean? Like you could fall back from videography a little bit, focus on that, and then really take that to the next level. Sometimes I feel like maybe we think we gotta like always just hold on to like what we always did, but it's like nah,
Right,
we
that's
can
true.
switch it up whenever. But yeah, but we do need you to be the videographer for the podcast.
No,
So
that's cool.
don't quit
But like I
yet.
said, even with that, like I like all my shit planned out. Like
Right.
even now, and I got this. I'm building this new relationship with this guy. He like calling me on the spot type shit, and it's like I don't work like that
Oh
because I
yeah.
was a videographer before we linked up. I
Yeah.
can still do this shit, but just make sure you hit me up. Like I
Yeah.
gotta still abide to my loyal customers, people that I'm doing
Yeah.
work for. Is like I get that, so that's what I'm focused on now.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, what are like some things that you can like tell people that they can do to, push past their limits or some things that they might be able to do to just like stay focused, and really just like hit their next level.
Don't think, do it. Um, a lot of people be nervous. Like when I started, I'm trying to remember because when I first did YouTube ever, when I first did YouTube ever, I did pranks. I never did like I was doing crazy pranks and shit like Walmart pranks, shit like that. I never vlogged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never a shy person for is I'm not. I'm not. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say I'm not a shy person. A lot of stuff that I did, I was on alcohol. So I was able to freely do it. Like I'm still always that person that can
Yeah.
do something. But so and I linked up with one of my homies. We was like I was telling him I was getting back to YouTube. He said he wanted to start, so we started locking in, and we started vlogging. And one problem I had was talking to the camera in public. That was like a weird joke for me
Yeah.
again. It's like what the fuck. And then when people watching you and shit, and then I really just said fuck it, like I'm just
Right.
gonna do it. So now I take my camera everywhere.
Right.
But I tell people just to do it and don't think about it. Just because we think too much, we prevent ourselves from excelling.
Yeah.
So it's like even like a video. I can be like, yo, this joint trash. I'm not about to upload this. No, I'm gonna upload it. Like I said, I'd rather if anything, like even when it comes to clients, I got so many complicated clients. So what they don't know is what I do is I got some work that I edit. I show other people and tell me what they think about it. And if
Okay.
I know like 5 people said they it's hot, it's like it's your video. I get it,
Right.
but it's like,
Yeah.
all right, you doing too much. Like,
Yeah. We are our own worst critic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that be the thing. I just tell people don't think about it. Just do it. Like, all right, and if you feel like it's time consuming, set durations. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. Anything you want to
Yeah.
do it for 30 minutes. And like I invested myself with an acting coach. One of my acting coaches, his name was Jaquan J. Kelly. He's actually an actor. He was on the hit series The Wu-Tang Clan on Hulu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I had him mentoring me, and that was me taking the risk. Like I'm really locking in. Like so, and then I end up. A lot of people don't know. Like I was having a hard time when it came to me acting, making the character like this is what we genuinely supposed to do from the beginning. I was having trouble making the character me.
Mm.
So now I learned how to do that. Like the to be to keep it normal. Like even when I used to fucking do my auditions, I put on my fucking in office voice, my white voice, I say, and I be talking. She like my girl be listening. She be like, "Yo, why you talking like that?" I'm like, "Yo, what am I saying?" And it's like once I really started, engaging, and that's because I learned that from him. I started taking that risk. Like I never it's three things I really like. I have no trouble receiving criticism, and I never had problem learning and taking action.
Okay.
So I make sure I just do it. Like I tell people, don't think about it, do it. Like I even got some homies like, yo, I can't do nothing because of work right now, bro. If you really want to do this, this can pay off.
Yeah.
This can pay off. I even had even when I was trying to put a team together, I had a big vision for the team. It's like, bro, we can make this happen. Far as content creating,
Right.
I'm like, yo, we can make this happen. We just got to lock in and push personal issues out. And it's like when I see certain people doing, I always tell people this: you make time for what you want to make time for.
That's facts.
A lot of people say I ain't got time for this, I ain't got time for that, and it's like, bro, I see you out.
Right.
People say I ain't got no money. I see you out. I see you
Right,
spending.
yeah.
And I don't know if it's a bad trait of mine. One thing I do with my friends is I read my friends so
Okay.
well. Like, I read my friends like I read my relationships. Like sometimes if I'm with you enough, I might already know what you got the taste for. I know what you
Right.
might say already, and I just
Right.
know how you operate or what you do.
Right.
Like when I used to deal with like drama with my friends, I would predict what they gonna do, and they used to always do it, and they shit used to make me mad as fuck. It's like that's why I tell people, I'll be like, yo, like really, if you truly want to do what you say you want to do, if you're passionate about it, just get it done.
Yeah.
Don't think about it, just get it done. Don't worry about being judged. Don't worry about that. Just do it.
Right. So, like tying that into like being fine on the inside, like if somebody is feeling, like not fine on the inside, you feel like that can really like play a part in that, or you think they should still just like go ahead and do it, or what do you think?
I'm having problems with it. Depends. Like a lot of people who are one thing that I struggle with is emotion, and I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, especially acting.
Yeah, I don't know how to express emotion. Even if people like breaking down to me, it's like,
You like numbed out.
yeah, it's like what I do. Like I'd be like, I can say, yeah, it's all right, it's gonna be cool, but it's like I'm not. My
Like
my
that one
body.
time we was going over the bridge, you like, just follow me, we're gonna be good. I'm
Yeah,
like, no. What?
it's like I don't know how to get
But
emotionally.
actually, that kind of helped me. I was just like, okay, like,
Yeah, like I don't know how to get emotionally invested to really like be sympathetic to somebody. I don't know how. Like it's weird for me.
yeah,
Like even when I lost, like people passed or whatever, it's just like an average day to me.
yeah,
Or I probably say some shit that's foul, but I don't really mean it like this. Like they be alright, but they
yeah.
did.
Have you ever had like a hard moment that like? Well, I know you said like you've been through like breakups and stuff, but like,
That was probably the time that it really happened. Like I was really emotional around that time.
okay,
Like even to that person. And that's probably why I am the way I am because of that. So that was like
that like shut you off.
my first like what you call it? First love type of experience.
Yeah,
So when that shit happened, it was like my emotions was all in. So when the shit
yeah,
how the way and then how the way it ended, I always express this. How the way it ended, it was like it took a part from me. And it was like I became cold hearted to where that affected me so horribly that I threw that on other people's shit. Not saying that it can or it can't happen, but I be like, it's gonna happen. Like I always be like I'm friend like my friend group, like my homie, his girlfriend is in the friend group. It's like they together. So we
okay,
be having like these little like debates. And I'll be like, yo, let's keep it a buck. Like, if a nigga come to you offering you something better than your nigga is, like, you gonna leave a nigga. Like, you gonna leave him. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yes, you are. Like, especially, and that's just how I was. And I'm wrong for that. Like,
He probably like, the fuck?
yeah, like I'm like, yo, like keep it a buck. Like if you feel like your the shit that your nigga is doing is basic, and then the nigga talk about flying you out, shit like that, and you getting shit you never seen before, it's like, yo, interest going elsewhere.
Right.
And that's how I was. I started dishing at the other people, and I shouldn't have went about it like that. But after that, it was just like I didn't know how to like handle emotion. And then when I started coming around people who was like that, it's like, damn, I don't know how to.
I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it's like the best thing I can say is just push through, like,
Yeah.
or find a different outlet that can really help you out. Like to me, at that time, fitness is what helped me out. I was able to let it go through fitness, through working out. And once I started seeing my results, it's like, okay, cool. Then I wanted to better my mental. So then I'm reading. My friends don't like to read. They say I don't know how to sit there and just read a book. So it's like, okay, I don't know what to
I don't
do.
know what to do with y'all now, right?
But that's how I do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like even though right now you're kind of like numbed out, I feel like you will have to like sit with those emotions when you are trying to act. You're gonna have to like probably do like some deep work because it's like you gonna really have to like tap into that, like trying to make it you. It's like you gonna be like, yeah, I need to find that sad Charlie. Like,
Yeah,
like,
I'm fucking considering locking in with a hypnosis to help me tap
okay.
into them emotions. I think somebody was telling me about like hypnosis therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and they can really like unlock them doors.
Yeah.
That can really help you.
Shoot, tap in with Tiara and Anya. They be doing the hypnosis and all that.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I think this was pretty good.
This was fire.
I'm happy that you came on. Y'all make sure y'all follow the podcast, Fine on the Inside. Make sure y'all follow Charlie King Wavy.
Yeah, you know.
You know, he up and coming with the acting. He about to take y'all gonna see him on Netflix, Hulu, all that.
that's the goal. Listen. I'm glad. Thank you for having me. I hope I could come back. Actually, I got a podcast coming back soon, so I hope we can do some collaboration.
Yes, we definitely gonna do some collabs.
It's gonna be dope.
And make sure y'all subscribe to his podcast too when it comes out. Yeah, we will see y'all next time.